two hadiths which is being emphasized by the certain groups say that the moon has to be accepted on the local sighting. The moon which is being sighted anywhere in other than our geographical area is not our moon. It's an argument presented by certain madhabs, schools of thoughts and certain areas. Let me put to you their evidences and consider the evidence of it. Is it worth to be accepted or not? The first is the hadith of Abu Hurairah, which is in Tirmidhi, where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "As-sawma yawma tasumun, wal-fitra yawma tafturun, wal-adha yawma tadhahun." The day of fasting is the day when you are observing the fast. The day of Eid al-Fitr, the festival of Ramadan, is the day when you are observing the festival of Ramadan. And the day of Adha, Eid al-Adha, the festival of Hajj, is the day when you are observing the festival of Hajj. This hadith has been carried by many madhabs, schools of thoughts, saying that when you decide to observe the festival and when you decide to start up the Ramadan, that's the day you have to go ahead with it. You are not to consider upon what others decide. This is the argument presented on the matter of this hadith. Let us look into the hadith. Does it tell this or what? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's hadiths, when we study them, we have to know that we are not going to single them from among all the other narrations. You have to collect the hadiths and the text available in the chapter and study them together. We should not to make evidences combined, not contradicting. If we are trying to produce from Rasulullah's hadiths contradictions, let us know what Allah said in the Qur'an, وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِي اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. If it was from other than Allah, you will find in it a lot of dispute. That means, if there is a message which has come from other than Allah, then there will be a dispute in it. So let us know that the dispute reason is that somehow and a foreign information has interfered into it, from other than what Allah has revealed. They said the dispute is occurring. If we can clean the material from the foreign informations and look from the authentic text of the Qur'an and Sunnah, you won't find in it any dispute. Allah says, وَلَوْ كَانَ مِنْ عِنْدِ غَيْرِ اللَّهِ لَوَجَدُوا فِي اخْتِلَافًا كَثِيرًا. If it was from other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will find in it a lot of dispute. This is the fact of the Sharia anywhere in the globe. In any matters, when there's a dispute, if you really study it, do a proper thorough research study, you find the purpose and the reason for the dispute is there's a foreign information entering into it, interfering into the chapters of the hadith, into the Qur'an, and trying to park something out of what its context is. That's what happened to this hadith. Let's look into this hadith and understand what the mistake occurred. Rasulullah says, the day of fasting is the day when you are observing the fast. When he said the day of fasting is the day when you are observing the fast, does it mean that you have the right to observe it as you wish? Or it is saying, when you all observe a fast, no one has right to differ from it? What does it mean? The hadith is saying the day of fasting is the day when you are observing the fast. Does it mean that I have the right to observe it as I wish? Or does it mean when the fasting is being observed, I don't have right to differ? Well, the first point to be raised on it, there's no room on it to say that I have the right to observe it as I wish. No, he never said observe the day you wish. But he said the day of fasting is when you are observing it. That means you don't have a wish. When it's being observed, everyone has to join with it, unite with it, not divide from it. So the hadith is said, As-sawma yawma tasumun, the day of fasting is the day when you are fasting it. That means if there is any Muslim fasting it, that is the day of fasting for everyone. You have no right to divide from it. So this hadith has no room to say that I have the authority to observe the fast as I wish. Then he has already taught us how to observe the fast. Now this is saying how to unite with the day of fasting, how to behave with the day of fasting. He has already said us, do not observe the fast without citing it. Do not break the fast without citing it. And also he said, fast on the citing of it, and open on the citing of it. So he taught us how to observe the fasting. Not to observe the fasting on our own will, to observe the fasting by citing the moon. And do not observe it without citing it. When he has told that, and then when the Ummah al-Islamiyah, anywhere in the globe, decides upon the citing, on the teachings of Rasulullah sallam by the sighting of the moon. Now what have we to do? Rasulullah says, the fasting is the day when you are observing the fast. So it means you have to unite with it. You are not to divide with it. So the hadith of Rasulullah which said, الصوم يوم تصومون والفطر يوم تفطرون والأضحى يوم تضحون, is to unite, not to divide. He did not give you authority to make up your fasting the day you wish, but he told you not to make up the fasting the day you wish, but to observe the fasting when the people are observing the fasting. And how will the people observe the fasting? On the basis of the Sharia, where he said, do not fast without sighting, do not open without sighting. So this is very clear to say that unity is on the moonsighting should be applied, no division, no right to divide from it. Similarly, when he said, Al-Fitra Yawm al-Fitr, the day of opening the Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr, is the day when you all are having the Eid al-Fitr. So who is that? You all, when Muslims anywhere have the Eid al-Fitr, that is the day where all the Muslims said to have the Eid al-Fitr. No one can divide upon it. And no one can claim that it's not for me, it's for them. No, Rasulullah said, the day of Eid al-Fitr is when you all are having it, everyone should have it. You should not divide from it. Similarly, when he said, وَالْأَضْحَى يَوْمَ تُضَحُونَ, the day of Eid al-Adha, the Hajj festival, is the day when you are having it. So again, you are not to divide from it, unite from it. Hearing all these points, I will tell you, dear Muslims, only because when we carry hadith, according to our personal opinions, we happen to park hadith out of its context. That's one side of elaborating to you how this hadith of Abu Hurairah teach to unite, not teach to divide. Number one. Number two, when Rasulullah sallam addressed, saying, the day of fasting is the day when you all are fasting. Can you tell me the word you all? Does it emphasize on a geographical difference or on a religious difference? The you all Rasulullah addressed, does it mean a particular country or race or human, or for the people of Muslims? No doubt for the people of Muslims. Rasulullah when saying you all, he says the Muslims. The Muslims observe the fast and the day for you also the fast. That means in al-Islamiyah, anywhere in the globe, if it is decided that is the day of fasting, as Allah said in the Qur'an, in Surah Al-Baqarah, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْهُ, whom among you witness the month, let him fast it. On that base, anywhere in the globe it is witnessed, it is fast upon it. So here we have to realize one thing. The evidence of Abu Hurairah carried on, trying to emphasize that you can have your own day of fasting. You can have your own day of Eid. It's nothing to do with the hadith, it's their personal opinion.